What's up, everybody? It's Keefy from GhostCodeMag.com, and I'm here with George from alexisonfire. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing real good, man.
I am so glad to see you. Welcome to Aftershock.
It's
You guys have been touring pretty heavily since the record came out, so I know you're no stranger to festivals and festivaling.
Yeah, we've done our fair share over the years. I'm a bit of a Port-a-potty connoisseur.
Are you now?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing. Do tell.
Well, you come to a festival, usually you're going to be in a porta-potty at some point. So, you have your preferences, the things you like, the companies you want to support.
Honey Bucket versus Waste Management Co.
Usually, there are some good locals out there, some good locals.
Not the cleanest job in the world, but it's a necessary job, so thank those people.
Oh, yeah.
If you see them.
Unsung heroes of the festival.
Right. You've been all over the world. Do you judge a culture or a country's culture and how clean or not clean they are? Or is it pretty universal around the world that they're gross?
I think most people like porta potties. No. I feel like it doesn't matter anymore for me, really. I think after years and years, once you've been in the bathroom at Nemo's at Austin, Texas, or like some of the truck stops and things like that, you're kind of unfazed. You become numb to the whole process.
I'm going to share something with you and our viewers. I peed once at CBGB's and I still got the COVID.
That happens.
So that's a shame. But I got the COVID at Darkest Hour, Toxic Holocaust, and Darkness Everywhere at Bottom of the Hill. So it was totally worth it. But I was wrecked for part of the summer.
Yeah, it'll get you. That whole global pandemic is a real. She really sticks it in and breaks it off.
Right on. And although I know we're all very fatigued and tired of talking about it, what's interesting about that to me is I feel like, and you can help me with this or not, you guys were kind of inching your way back to coming back, touring a little bit, put out a few singles that were bangers, and then I felt like, I think it was knowledge that you guys might have been working on something. It wasn't a total surprise. And then you dropped Otherness in March. Do you feel like we're through it enough that you guys had the, enough runway to release a new record?
Oh yeah, like we were about a year deep into the lockdown in Canada, and I think we felt like as though we were squandering an opportunity to all be around, and so we did that. We made the record, and then we spent another year with it, just kind of secretly walking around with it in my back pocket, just knowing that it was going to happen, and people just kind of, it was so, it's all kind of come to fruition now, it's all out. It was good. Yeah.
Right on. It was such a good comeback, and I know we were all waiting for it. And like I said, those early singles, the 2019 singles, don't sleep. Go back and jam them, because I feel like that was the roadmap to where you guys were going anyway.
Yeah, I think we were still getting our feet about us, and even when we were started writing, we didn't know what we were doing. Like, we didn't know if we were making a record, or we were making EPs or singles or whatever we were doing. We were just kind of making music for the sake of making it. It wasn't until we were about 8 songs deep that I think we knew we were making an album, right? So it was cool. And that was the precursor. That was kind of us figuring out, those singles that we made when we came back were kind of us figuring out if we were still capable of making music together, and we were.
Right on. The fans will not take anything for granted. Go see your heroes when you get a chance. They may not always stay together. I'm grateful that you guys got back together. It was really great. I think one of the highlights of 2022 is having your band back with new music to share. But also now you're on tour, so people want to hear the hits. So I have not cheated and looked at the set list, but how do you work in the new material on top of all these classic songs the fans want?
Well, it's more of a mixed bag. We don't just play all new songs every time a new record comes out. We recognize that there is a element of, people want to come and see us play the songs that they know and love, right? So we just kind of, pepper a couple throughout the set. And they're going over really well, they're kind of fitting in to the set we've been playing, and every time, the more we play them, the more reaction we get from the audience. So it's just kind of what we do.
Killer. Do you have a favorite new song to play that's giving you a lot of energy in life?
Sweet Dreams of Otherness is pretty fun to play. It's just got a really kind of sick groove to it. So I think that one.
Title tracks become title tracks for a reason, people. It's not an accident. The best songs usually become a single, become the album title, things like that, guide the process. What was the first song you guys wrote for the album? I know we're going back a ways.
I think it was
the first complete song.
The first complete song would have been a song like, I think, Conditional Love, or I'm not sure. Yeah, it goes back that far. Like, some of those songs we had kicking around for years too. Like, there were riffs from, a couple of the songs were like riffs that we had from like the old Crows and Cardinals album, or even some of the riffs we had were from like Crisis era. So yeah, like the songs have kind of been, some of the songs have been kicking around in one way or another for almost 10 years. So it's hard to say.
Oh shit. All right, good to know. So what's on tap for the rest of the year? You guys have more touring planned?
We're going to England after this, and some mainland Europe stuff, going to Germany, and then after that we're taking some time off until the new year, and then working on some more shows then, and we're kind of figuring out what our next year is going to look like.
Right on, right on. And just now that the band is back, like, what do you do? Can you tell us, is there anything you do differently now? So you guys, like you personally, everybody's getting along and stays, maintain those relationships and friendships?
We're in the best state that we've ever been. Honestly, we're playing better than we've ever played, and we're getting along. We're more open and communicative with one another. Not that we weren't before, but like I just feel like there's I don't know, maybe it's like time and perspective sort of thing, but we've all kind of understand one another, and we're all pulling in the same direction now. So this is the best. If you're coming to see Alexis on Fire now, this is the best era that you're up in, like hands down.
Right from the guy. Right from the guy. I have one last question, and it's a double barrel one. A, why are Canadians so nice? I'm from New York, and we're bastards sometimes. And now I live in California, and people are definitely not as nice as they pretend. And then after that, why are they so nice? And who is the nicest Canadian band? Because I've interviewed a few.
Canadian band is probably Billy Talent. They're
Okay.
Very, very nice.
I've heard that.
Very, very, very nice. As far as niceness of Canadians, it's mostly optics. It's mostly like, like an advertising campaign. We have our fair share of assholes, don't get me wrong. Present company included. We're we have no shortage of complete assholes. We have white supremacists and fucking monsters and shitheads in Canada as well. So I think there is like, this weird sort of niceness around, like, you go to a restaurant, people are being very kind to one another, but we also cut very deep, Canadians. We also are, we have a dry sort of like roast you while shaking your hand sort of attitude, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take that on advice, and I will shout out Shane Told. I interviewed him here a few months ago, and he was delightful, a sweetheart.
Well,
Sweet as pie.
Well.
Anywho, I'm Keefy from GhostCultMag.com. George from Alexis on Fire. Please go pick up Otherness. Everything will be in the description. Catch them on tour, European friends. And, just again, be safe out there on the road. And thanks for hanging out with Ghost Cult.
Hey, man.
I appreciate you.
Pleasure.